No, his name's not Yeshua. Because I know, but in the Hebrew, there's no U.
There's no J.
There's no J and there's no U. So how could his name be Yeshua if there's no U in the Hebrew?
There's no U?
There's no U.
There's no W and no J.
There is W.
There's no W.
Oh, there is W. No, there's no W. There's W. There is. There's just no U. There's no J and there's no U.
Yahweh is Y-H-V-H. Y-H-V-H.
Yeah, because that's said in the Yiddish.
I'm saying there's no W.
There is. That's Yiddish. That's why they put Yahweh. That's Yiddish. They're Jewish is a mixture of German and Hebrew. That's where you get Yiddish from. That's why you see what I'm saying. That's where you get Jehovah from. That's what I'm saying. That's why that German. I'm gonna put I'll put a video up, yeah.
Yeah, I'll
explain it. Go on, check it out, man.
They adopted the Hebrew alphabet, and the Khazars adapted words to their requirements from the German, the Slavonic, and the Baltic languages. This language was known as Yiddish. And Yiddish used the Hebrew alphabetic characters, but not Hebrew. It's not Hebrew. It's Yiddish. I've always wondered, when I hear them speaking Yiddish, I understand quite a few words. Why? Because I'm German. They had many exchanges with universities and their students were trained. So here is another nation which had occupied this area, and they had adopted this religion and brought rabbis in and trained the people, but they were not Judean. Now let's jump to today. In accordance to this history, the religion of the modern state of Israel is based on Kabbalistic and Talmudic traditions and is far removed from the biblical worship of Yahweh.
Blanket or picture?
No, not of us.
But I don't even take picture of.
You can take a picture of all the signs and the books and stuff.
You're standing far off.
No. I'm standing. Hey guys, all the best.
Cheers.
What are you talking about?
You're talking about, where are you from? Yeah.
Which country?
Yeah, where are you from?
From Ghana.
You're from Ghana. What tribe are you from?
Yo. Write your email down.
My email? Isn't that, that's my email, isn't it? So one sec. Yeah, that's my email right there.
Where? What was it?
Yeah, right there. Pyronics.
Yeah, how do you spell that?
Pyronics at gmail.com.
Yeah, so what I'm doing is just try it.
Yeah, keep it low.
No, I don't want that.
Right.
I refer to this
Yeah. So, what tribe are you
I'm
from?
not afraid of that, but what I'm doing is
Yeah, so where's your father from? Your father's Ethiopian. Oh, Ethiopian. Okay. I have a Gentile sign, but I didn't manage to bring it out today. So, well, at the end of this week, hopefully I'll bring it out. You see what I'm saying? I'm assuming you're an Israelite, according to the Bible. You know? He's got our people in Ghana. He also got Ghanaians in Italy as well. Do you know that? You didn't know that? Well, when I was in college, I had friends in there from college, are Ghanaian, Italians, you know? Yeah, the Ghanaians that actually, you see what I'm saying?
Like there are Ghanaians who live in
Yeah, yeah, you've got Ghanaians that live here and you've got Ghanaians that are in Italy. So they class themselves as Italians. Right, you see what I'm saying? But yeah, you're an Israelite, according to the Bible. I'm assuming you're circumcised as well, yeah? Right, so that's the spirit. Okay?
And where is it? Where does it say that?
Go on. You grab that one and the same way again, spirit bears witness with ourselves. For we the children of Most High. Go on. This is Romans chapter 2 verse 14. For when the Gentiles which have not the law, so obviously you'd be classed as a Gentile because obviously you don't understand the laws fully yet, yeah?
do by nature the things contained in the law. So circumcision on the 8th day is in the law.
Right, you do it by instinct because it's in your spirit to do it. Now the Hamitic guys, which is the houses, this and that, they don't do that because they're not Israelites, but you do because you're an Israelite. So you do it. It's the laws are in your spirit; they're actually in you. God, having not the law, contained in the law, these having not the law, because you have the law, are a law unto themselves. So obviously your spirit makes you do it. Because obviously your spirit is pertaining to the law itself. Like how a spider just makes a web. It's not taught how to make a web, but it does it by instinct. You know what I'm saying? Which show the work of the law written in their hearts, which is mind in the Hebrew. So the law is actually written, the Heavenly Father's written it in your mind already, but you just hasn't tapped in yet. Their conscience also bearing witness. So your conscience is bearing witness because obviously you're following them. And their thoughts, the meanwhile, accusing or else excusing one another. Yeah. Right. You get through that in church? I said, do you get through that in church?
Huh?
You know that, yeah? You know that one? Where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, there I am in the midst of them. So what's the name of the Most High? Yeah. No. What's his actual name?
I don't speak any language. I speak
Okay.
English. And the only name I know is what the Bible, the English Bible says.
I understand.
The English Bible
I was just dropping a bomb on you. But yeah. Yeah.
We're not taught, you have to go out and do your own research. You need to understand. Heavenly Father, church is not controlling now. Church is not controlling because it doesn't agree with society. And things according to the Bible, it's too strong for certain people to understand. That's the only reason why.
So that Bible that you hold, what name does it say God is in that Bible?
Obviously in English.
That's in English. So it's just a translation. In order for you to understand it completely, you have to go back into the original text. Because the Old Testament was written in Hebrew and the New Testament was in Greek. Right. So in order for you to be able to get a name, you have to go back into those languages. Right. And when who the world called Jesus Christ knocked off Paul from the horse, he spoke to him in the language. When Paul was knocked, when he got knocked off the horse, what language did he speak to him? What tongue did he speak to him? Jesus. What tongue did he speak to him? What tongue was that? Hebrew, there you go. So in order for you to understand, you have to go into Hebrew as well.
Paul said that he's a Hebrew of the Hebrews.
Right.
That's his language.
Right, so the Israelites, that's their language. That's what they call Hebrew Israelites. Yeah. Right. Right. And not the Yiddish. Because the Yiddish you have V and you have U. Yeah, it's corrupt in a perverse form of Hebrew. That's where you get Yahweh and this and that. Because their language is a mixture of German and Hebrew. That's why they call it Aramaic as well. You see what I'm saying? But the original tongue is called the Lashawan Kodash, which means holy tongue. Yeah, but that's Hebrew. The other nations call it Aramaic. But the true Hebrews, which is us, it's called the Lashawan Kodash, which means holy tongue. Alright, or the Paleo Hebrew. Alright, go.
Ecclesiasticus, a quick preset, Ecclesiasticus, this is the prologue, yeah? This is the prologue. For the same things uttered in Hebrew and translated into another tongue, because we're speaking another tongue now, we're speaking English, isn't it? Have not the same force in them. Yeah? So if we read certain things that are in English or whatever language you're speaking now, if we look back into Hebrew, it's not going to mean the same thing. Have not the same force, and translated into another tongue have not the same force in them, and not only these things, but the law itself and the prophets and the rest of the books have no small difference when they are spoken in their own language. So when they're spoken in Hebrew,
so you're reading that from the Apocrypha?
yeah, the Apocrypha is part of that.
That's not that.
You don't know that.
It's not part of that.
Remember, have you read the book of Esther?
I know the book of Esther, but I That's not part of the Bible. I mean, yeah, Esther is in the yeah, that's correct.
You know about Esther, yeah? And Esther continues in the Apocrypha, right?
The same thing, man.
This is not part of the Bible.
Yeah, but Esther goes up to what chapter? Esther. Which part in there?
Because I don't see it in any Bible. The Bibles that we have.
Have you heard about the 1611 Bible? Never heard of it? Never heard of it? Cool. If we bump into you again, trust me, we'll have the 1611 Bible. Right? It's got all the other books, which is this one here, inside of it. Alright? Because these Apocrypha means hidden. Which means if he was taken out, if I take him out from your pocket, it means what? He was originally there. You see what I'm saying? Right? So these books were originally there. That's why Esther ends at, what is it? If you see where it ends, you can tell it's been cut off. But the Apocrypha shows you where it continues. It continues back in the Apocrypha. Alright? Go on. Esther, chapter 10, and it finishes at 3. So when you think, well, that's a short chapter, but when you go into the Apocrypha, and it says what? In the Cambridge, it says what? The rest of Esther. So if this is not part of the Bible, why would it say the rest of Esther?
Who is Cambridge? Is just an institution?
No, Cambridge is an institution where it was just published. But the Bible, which is this is part of, has the rest of Esther in it. What other book has Esther in it? Except for the Bible. So this has been part of it. Okay, yeah, 55, yeah? As I said, these are parts that have been taken out. That's why your pastor probably won't tell you about this. He definitely won't, because he'd have to go into certain scriptures in it, and it would destroy the doctrine that he's been forced to teach. What's the song? What's the title at the top? The rest of the chapters of the book of Esther, which are found neither in the Hebrew nor in the Chinese. Right, so those parts weren't translated.
The question I was asking is that, does the Hebrew Bible contain that?
Yeah.
What about the Greek one?
It's just that it's translated from Hebrew to Greek.
No, I know, you know, the Greek one.
Yeah.
That's Septuagint, is that what they call it? Yeah, Septuagint. That is the New Testament, right?
Yeah.
So, does it have, well, obviously that's the Jesus of it will not contain that, but what I'm saying is that, so does the Jewish people have the Old Testament?
In the Vatican, they probably do.
In the Vatican?
Yeah.
Why is it
in the catacombs, because they have our documents and our scrolls and everything. They know who we are. We don't know who we are. The elites know who we are. You see what I'm saying? Which is the Rothschilds and all the Illuminati bloodlines. They know who the Israelites are. That's why it's our people that constantly humiliate this and that on the media. You see what I'm saying? Which one you want touched on?
something like that?
This one here, you want this one explained, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, what was it? Obama, a lot of our people were getting happy when Obama came into office. But just because someone's got the same complexion as you doesn't mean we're the same nation. Let me Exodus 11 and 7. Alright? Because our people can tell the difference between a Chinese man and a North Korean and a Japanese. But they can't tell the difference between an Hamite and an Israelite. You know? Well, you got that, yeah? This is Exodus chapter 11 verse 7. But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against man or beast, that ye may know how that the Lord doth put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel. Right, the Most High put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel. You see what I'm saying?
Dogs are basically outside of those nations.
Right, that's the heathenistic nations. Alright, if you look down here, these are all the inventions of Israelites on this side. Okay? Yeah, comedians, artists,
You know, our women are the most beautiful. You know what I'm saying? You know, that guy there, Nigerian, he invented the internet. You know, Henry T. Sampson, he created the mobile phone. And he's still alive today. But when they teach you black history, man, they don't teach you that a black guy invented the internet. They don't teach you a black guy, an Israelite, invented the mobile phone that everyone uses today. Or any of those inventions. The Bible says, the Bible says that Israel is the former of all things. We create everything. You see what I'm saying? That's why the architecture that you see in central London and in Greenwich, because they didn't originally create it, that's why they just put like a glass extension on it. You see what I'm saying? If I originally created that architecture, it would be easy for me to continue doing it, right? If I didn't do it, I can't imitate it, can I? That's how you can show that these Caucasians that are ruling right now, they're not the original rulers. Because if what is it? Parliament falling to bits and all of that, they should be able to rebuild it, right? If they're the original creators of it. But they can't do that, because they're not. Alright? Go on.
Here's another precept. This is Amos chapter 8 verse 11. It's like chapter 9 verse 7. Are you not as the children of the Ethiopians unto me, O children of Israel? Thus saith the Lord. Because obviously we have the same complexion as them. We're still dark skinned. So we're both dark skinned, but we're not the same people. Have not I brought up Israel out of the land of Egypt and the Philistines from Kaftor? So but when he's brought us out of Egypt, some of their people traced with us and followed us because we had servants and handmaids at that time still. Okay. So yeah, man, you're an Israelite.
Can you get one of the
You gotta leave it. Go. Yeah. So that's the what is it? That's the email in there. That's the name of the camp. And when you go to YouTube, you type that in on YouTube, yeah? YNS Romans 8:35. Yeah. Can you get me that Romans 8:35 real quick? Right. Can I ask you your age? Your age? 20s? How old? 26. Nice. Oh, for real? I thought that was your sister.
That's the second one, the older ones.
Wow. Yeah, black on crack. Yeah, man. It's true, man. Go on.
Romans chapter 8 verse 35. Who shall separate us from the love of Yahweh Shai? Shall tribulation or distress or persecution or famine or nakedness or peril or sword? 36, as it is written, for thy sake we are killed all the day long. Right. So shall any of these afflictions, peril or anguish, or famine or sword, cause us to stop pushing these works? No. Even Paul, he was shipwrecked last time. You know what I'm saying? Who the world calls Jesus Christ, whose new name is Yahweh Shai, 40 days and 40 nights without food. Yahweh Shai. Yeah, and the Most High's name is Yahweh. Right. Yeah, Jesus, the world calls Jesus is Yahweh Shai, because Jesus is Greek. See what I'm saying? The J didn't exist until the 1700s. And when the Most High willing will bring you the 1611, you're going to see no J in the 1611, because it didn't exist that way. 1611 is the original. This is still the King James Bible, but this part has the Apocrypha separate. As I said, the 1611 has the Apocrypha in it. See what I'm saying? So it's the complete version. You know? So you can still get it right now. It costs about £200, £300. But trust me, it's decent. It's a decent piece. You know? In the Hebrew, Yah, which means he, and Hawa, which means exists, yeah? And then that's the Heavenly Father's name, Yahweh. And Bahasham means in the name of, and Yah, which means he, and Hawashai means Savior. So it's he Savior. So of course he's our Savior, you know? So it's Yahweh Shai, which is the Son, Bahasham in the name of his second. So it's Yahweh, which is the Most High, Bahasham in the name of Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. Right. You know? That's why, what is it? So one more thing. Some of the Muslims, they call him Allah. But in the Hebrew, Allah just means power. That's not the name of the Most High. You see what I'm saying? So when they're saying Allah, Allah, you see what I'm saying? The Most High has an actual specific name
He has many titles, but he has a specific name, and the only ones that know his name are his people, which are the Israelites. Alright? That's right. Shalom. We're going to close out now. Okay. So, Kal halal Yahweh Basham Yahushai.
Oh, hello, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai.
Mashina Bakwad Zakwanyam.
Mashina Bakwad Zakwanyam.
Mashina Bakwad Zakwanyam. Mashina Bakwad Zakwanyam. Shalom Wa Kanan Laha Bakaya Wa Akyan. Alright, so that's all praise to the Most High Yahweh Basham Yahushai. Double honors to the elders that push these words in truth and sincerity. And shalom to the elect and to the Akan that push these words in truth and sincerity as well. Shalom as well.
Shalom.